Boy, oh boy, the MAGA world is all at Twitter this morning, posting brutal comments about Donald Trump's recent sit-down with Laura Ingraham, where he suggested American workers are not qualified for the kinds of jobs that, well, involve things like batteries and missiles and maybe even magnets. We'll find out together. But it's the expulsion of vitriol from the right to his comments. That's our breaking story today. First, let's get a little background on how this whole HB1 visa controversy began.
The Trump administration is trying to make it even more expensive for companies to hire international workers. President Trump signed an executive action on Friday, which would impose an $100,000 application fee for H-1B visas.
So the whole idea is no more will these big tech companies or other big companies train foreign workers. They have to pay the government $100,000, then they have to pay the employee. So it's just not economic. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates from one of the great universities across our land. Train Americans, stop bringing in people to take our jobs.
Well, thank you, Howard Nudnik, for that very confident misdirection and misinformation. Well, it's true today, as it has been every day for the last 11 months or so. The story changes depending on the careful implementation of Trump's well-thought-through policies. What he said in the Laura Ingraham interview last night on Fox has ignited a firestorm of ultra-conservative online rage. It's just fantastic. And it's coming up next. It begs the questions. How is America being scheduled first? And why wouldn't highly skilled foreign employees want to take advantage of Trump's terrific, forward-thinking, well-coordinated immigration agenda? You see what I mean?
Welcome back, everyone. More than 300 South Korean workers at a battery plant owned jointly by Hyundai and LG Energy Solution were detained by ICE and deported in September amid President Trump's immigration crackdown. 2 months later, and the incident continues to strain relations between South Korea and the United States. Now, many of those workers are preparing to sue ICE, and our Selena Wang recently traveled to Asia and spoke to one of them.
These South Korean workers came to help build America's factories. Instead, they were shackled and arrested.
Did they tell you why you were being arrested?
뭐 체포 전이나 구금 전이나 후나 그런 사실은 아예 공지를 해주지 않았고 그 사유에 대해서는 현재까지도 따로 공지받은 바가 없습니다.
Kim says their phones were confiscated. They were loaded onto buses and driven hours away to an ICE detention center. He said groups of 60 to 80 people were held in pods. He described the facility as cold and unsanitary, with moldy mattresses, water that smelled so bad he drank as little as possible, and toilets with no privacy.
Did you at any point feel that you were being discriminated against?
저희가 그 팟에 수용이 돼 있을 때 그 교도관들의 태도가 굉장히 부정적이었는데 그걸 넘어서 이제 김정은 얘기를 한다던가 눈을 양쪽으로 찢어서 아시안을 비하한다는 제스처를 취한다던가.
President Trump has since essentially said that this raid was a mistake, that he wanted you and the other workers to stay, and he says that you guys are coming back.
자발적으로 갈 인원은 없겠죠, 당연히. 그런 일을 겪고 자발적으로 미국에 가서 다시 일하는 사람은 분명히 없을 거고.
Well, Donald Trump talked about American workers during an interview with Laura Ingraham of Fox News. Just recently, it set off a rebellion among conservatives who worry he may have crippled the hopes for the 2026 midterm elections, while questioning what the president could have been thinking. Now, when asked about HB1 visas that allow foreigners to work in high-demand jobs, the president trashed American workers, telling the Fox News personality, you know what, let's let Gumpa Trump run with this, and then we'll share on the other side the brutal online blowback from the far and deeply offended right wing. Take it away, Gumpa.
There's never going to be a country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean
Republicans have to talk about it, Laura.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we
a
have
country
plenty of talented people
no,
here.
You don't. No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have. You don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well,
when you and I were
I'll give you an example. In Georgia, they raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. You know, making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing and very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making missiles. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I can't imagine how it works that way. Surely the overstupefaction of the complexity of any number of issues is really one of Trump's God-given abilities. But it has sent his most devoted followers into a tizzy. Well, for example, Republican Florida County Commissioner Anthony Sabatini wondered about Trump's state of mind and then worried that his handlers are to blame. This is insane. We are going to lose the midterms so badly. We've never seen an administration crash and burn in its first year so badly, for no other reason than to appease donors and special interests. Trump has surrounded himself with the worst people, he wrote on X. Conservative author and Charlie Kirk enthusiast Kevin Bass went even further by accusing Trump hates America and Americans. This is the only explanation I can come up with for this pattern of behavior. He wants to import the third world to take American jobs, before adding, he hasn't even got through his first year and he's spiraling. Unbelievable. This has been a rough week for President Trump. Here he is defending HB1 visas by saying that we need them because not all Americans can make missiles. Unpopular take. Why would we want foreigners making our missiles? Former Newsmax producer Brianna Morello asked. Conservative podcaster Matt Morse claimed, I am one of the largest pro-Trump commentators in the nation. I get tens of millions of views every single month talking about Trump's America First agenda. And right now, I'm absolutely fundamentally beyond pissed off that tonight, as a justification for HB1 visas, Trump has said that Americans don't have talent. Absolutely unreal. Logan Hall, a writer for The Blaze, a far-right website, was furious. Linking to the clip, he raged, I'm sorry, but what the is this? American talent split the atom and went to the moon. American talent built everything the modern world takes for granted now. Give me a break, this is insanity. Moments later, he added, this is so inexcusable. Where is all this foreign talent we're hearing so much about? Where are all the doctors and engineers and astronauts we were promised? Oh yeah, sorry Americans, but the crappy foreign 7-Eleven owners are better and more talented than you for some reason. Oh boy. Wow, man, that's a whole lot of mean there. But now it's being directed at the great deal maker and his endless meandering doublespeak. Now, as for the status of his plan for HB1 visas, well, I'm sure there's another chapter yet to be written in that book. A book, by the way, that Barron Trump knows well by the title How I Met Your Mother.